Hi, everybody. I hope that we are streaming live. We are checking our technology right now. I'm looking for a thumbs up from Shanna and Tony, letting us know that we are streaming live into multiple locations. So hopefully, I don't see a thumbs up, guys. So hopefully we are in and you guys can see us. Let me reach out here and see if we are live. Okay, we got the thumbs up, everybody. Hey, I'm Belinda Fitzpatrick. I'm coming to you live from Roswell, Georgia. I have a wonderful guest tonight, Tracy Sajady. She's up in Minnesota where it's cold and dreary. And Tracy has a wealth of background knowledge and expertise with what we're going to be discussing tonight. We're going to have leptin explained to us. Now, I'm the owner of BFits Biz. I'm a former school director, a former Dallas Cowboy cheerleader, and I'm a menopausal mama on a mission to help others with their health, wealth, and happiness. And this has been an important discovery for me. Now, leptin's not new, and I'm going to let Tracy tell us all about it. She is an expert in medical and scientific research. She works in the field. She has multiple undergrad degrees and a master's degree in medical research, and I'm going to bring her on right now. Hi, Tracy. Hey, so we have people watching us from several different platforms and several different Facebook pages, and everybody is really interested about leptin. I don't know if you want to jump right into it or if you want to tell us a little bit more about yourself right now. You're in charge. You're in the driver's seat. So what would you like to do?
Well, thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here. So I am just a self-described science geek, right? And I am 52 years old. I have 6 children, and I've always been pretty thin and fit, but I don't know, since I hit 40 or 45 or 50, I've just struggled. You know, it's hard to get my pants on now, and I refuse to go up a size. So I've been trying to do everything. There's just so much conflicting information out there for women. You know, some say don't eat too few calories or you'll go into starvation mode. I've got other friends telling me to do the keto diet. I've got other people telling me to do all kinds of different crazy things. And so I was really struggling, even with my science background, of knowing what to do. And I don't think I'm the only one in that boat, right? So I just happened to hear about this new product that had this clinical trial behind it. And I'm just such a science geek. I wanted to read the trial. So I downloaded the clinical trial and I was fascinated. So it turns out that scientists discovered leptin a long time ago, but we didn't really know what to do with it. So leptin is a hormone that tells us that we might be in that starvation mode and our body should hold on to fat, which is ridiculous because I'm eating way too many calories. So what this product did in this clinical trial is it lowered the leptin, which is a phenomenal thing because then it allows your body to release that fat. And if I can take 2 all natural pills before my meal and it allows my body to release that fat, then I was immediately sold and just started to do as much digging into the research as I possibly could because I was fascinated that there was something out there that would work. Did that make sense?
It does. And I love the science behind it. I know a lot of people are into the science and I'm kind of a geek like that as well. So I love the science about it. So I'm going to take myself off screen so people can just see you for a second. But tell us, what is the main source? And I'll pop back in when I want to ask you another question, but I want to give you the full screen. What is the main source of leptin? Explain that to me.
Yeah, so leptin is a hormone that is actually produced by the fat cells that you have in your body. So what that means is the more fat you have on the body, the more leptin you're producing. And it's kind of a vicious circle because when you have that high leptin, then that means it's telling your body to hold on to fat and, you know, like basically you're in starvation mode regardless of how many calories you're eating. So you're just stuck in this circle. No matter what you do, your body is telling itself to hold on to that fat because you might be starvation mode.
So that kind of explains. I know for me, there have been times when I've absolutely been, I hate to use the word killing myself, but I've been absolutely running myself ragged, working out, eating way too few calories. And I mean, literally 4 years ago, I told my husband, what's happening to my body is physically impossible. And if you get the physics in there, it's impossible because I'm not feeding myself enough and I'm working out like all get out and I'm gaining weight. And one day, for instance, I ate a carrot and I gained 2 pounds. And I told my husband, this is impossible. What's happening to my body? It doesn't make any sense. Now, this is after I turned 50. So if there's anybody out there in their late 40s, in their 50s, I'm 61 now. And I'll tell you what, I don't have I've got a ways to wait for my son to have children, to be a grandparent. And so I want to be healthy and fit when I'm a grandma. I want to be a fit grandma. I've got a chosen granddaughter whom I love and adore, but I'm waiting for my son to have kids too. So that's important to me. At my age, I cannot kill myself like that to get those kind of results, and especially put it forth that kind of effort for diminishing returns instead of gains. It just wasn't worth it. So this is exciting to me because it means probably that I'm leptin resistant, and that's why losing weight has been so difficult for me. So you have this new supplement, you've done this research, and you like what you see and what you hear. So tell me, how does this supplement work in our bodies? I know scientists at one point were giving people leptin and they were gaining weight. So explain this to us.
Okay, so let me go over the study first a little bit to show what incredible results it had. So they did a randomized, placebo-controlled clinical trial, and they separated women into two groups. So they gave half women a placebo, and they gave half of the women a supplement. Now they put all of these women on the same diet and exercise plan, and they measured their leptin levels. They also measured their percent body fat and how much lean muscle they had. So at the end of 8 weeks, they were all strictly controlled to make sure they were doing the same diet and the same exercise. At the end of 8 weeks, the women who took the placebo pill lost an average of 9 pounds based on their diet and exercise. The women who took the supplement lost 22 pounds of pure fat over the same 8 weeks. So they had more than double the results of the placebo group. And what was really interesting to me on that is that normally when we lose weight, we tend to lose a little bit of fat, a little bit of muscle, and a little bit of water weight, right? You lose all three. But to be able to lose pure fat and have your lean muscle actually increase over those 8 weeks is really phenomenal results, especially to all my fitness friends. They're going, wow, that's really incredible. But it also showed that it lowered their leptin levels by about 40% over those 8 weeks. So as you're releasing the weight, then your leptin levels are naturally coming down too, and you're breaking that vicious cycle of keeping up high leptin and just adding on more weight. So that was really exciting. And what the supplement consists of, it's all natural ingredients. You simply take 2 pills before your 2 largest meals during the day. So 2 pills before lunch maybe, and 2 pills before dinner. And it has the effect, you don't really feel very much, but it has the effect of reducing your appetite. And so you're just not driven by cravings, you're not driven by hunger, and it allows you to make some better choices too. So that's simply how it works. And what we're seeing is phenomenal results. The people who've been testing it out for us have been seeing similar results to that clinical trial and are thrilled with their progress. So they've tried different things, but they're finally seeing progress.
I happen to know 3 of those testers, and the results that they're getting are remarkable. And I would love to get those kind of results. I don't expect to get that dramatic result right off the bat, because my understanding is that the supplement works and you definitely lose fat your first month, but it's compounded the second month, and you lose even more fat your second month on the supplement. That's probably why there's a 60-day money back guarantee, right?
That's exactly right. So thank you for reminding me about that. So in the study, the people taking the supplement, the first month they lost an average of 6 pounds. But that second month, something really kicks in, or maybe their leptin levels are low enough that they lost an average of 14 pounds the second month. So anyone who wants to try it out, do really want you to commit to 60 days to see what it's going to do for you, because that second month, what they call it, the melt-off month, and I really can't wait to see results on that second month.
Me neither. I loved what I read in the study. I love that there was 100% success rate, and that got me. And then to it was important to me because, I have a health and wellness online health and wellness business. And, I'm always going to bring the best thing to my clients, to my friends and my family. And so it was important to me that it had a clinical study that attracted me, that this new product coming to market already had a clinical study with 100% results, that it is double patented. That was important to me also because I want to be able to provide the best. And it also tells me that it's been around and the product's been tested for a while, because patents don't happen overnight. That's a lot of hard work it takes to get a patent. So that thrilled me. And then to know 3 people taking the supplement, having dramatic results. I mean, their first week, they had dramatic results. That got me also. So I was on board. Probably as soon as I read I felt really positive and confident about making this business decision and health decision, because I will be a product of the product. And so I will be receiving mine shortly so that I can have my own test results to share with people. But what would you say to a skeptic who's like, there's no way that this could really happen? I mean, how would you present these findings to a skeptic?
That's a great question. So I've been a medical sales rep for the last 20 years. And so most of that time, I was actually a pharmaceutical rep, and I was selling drugs for all different kinds of conditions. But I'm a very healthy person. I do everything I can to stay healthy, and I usually take a natural approach to things. I really try and stay away from pharmaceuticals, but I had lots of clinical data. I had trials that I could present to all the clinicians, and I sold a whole bunch of those drugs. I was always a top rep. I'd never actually tried those drugs myself. So for me, it's interesting because I always had a health and wellness business on the side. And a lot of the times we're selling things like vitamins. I know that they're probably good for me, but I don't really have any clinical evidence that they're working, right? I'm hoping in the future I'll be preventing a disease or I'll be making my health better, but I don't really have any true science or any concrete facts, right? But here we go. For the first time, I have a supplement that I know is going to help people, and I have clinical trial data to prove it. And then I have a 60-day money back guarantee for them to try it. So I'm kind of having fun with it. And for my friends that are skeptical, I absolutely expect everyone to be skeptical, right? You should use your critical thinking skills. You should be skeptical, but you should be open and minded enough to try it, because what if it really does do what the trial says it should do? And the company gives you a 60-day money back trial to check that out. The number one thing that I was most concerned about when I first heard about it was I was afraid of stimulants, because I assumed that it had some kind of speed in it or that I would feel horrible or something. I'm really sensitive to those kinds of things. And I was thrilled to find out that there's no caffeine, no stimulants, nothing that can make you feel wonky or jacked up or anything. So that was thrilling to me. So
That was important to me also, because in my business, in my family, I have friends and family who, for either religious reasons or health reasons, cannot do stimulants. They cannot do caffeine or any stimulants whatsoever. And so, although I had products that could help them achieve their goals, they couldn't take them because they had caffeine or they had a stimulant in them. So, this opens a whole new avenue of health and wellness for them, that they can achieve what they're looking to achieve with their health without having to put a stimulant in their body. So that was very important to me. And then I know just from reading the study and seeing what this does in the body, but I want to ask you, what are some of the other health benefits that you might be able to expect when you balance your leptin levels?
We can't make many claims on that because they weren't directly studied in the clinical trial. But what we're hearing from people is a really improved level of sleep, really feeling rested and a deeper sleep than they're accustomed to, and feeling really rested and alive when they're awake, right? Which I'm really looking forward to that. So, but there's a ton of health benefits if we don't carry around extra fat, right? So people like who tend to be overweight have other health problems as well. So what we've seen, I don't want to make any claims, but what we've seen is that, when you can take weight off, a lot of other conditions can improve as well, and you just have an overall better sense of well-being. For me, I want a better sense of mental well-being because I'm not happy with my body right now. And so I can't wait to just be comfortable in my own skin again. That's what I'm looking for.
Me too. And then I'm going to open it up and I'll look online for questions and I'll feed questions if somebody has a question that would like me to ask. I'm not sure I could get to all the questions because they're coming in from different streams here, but I'll try to get a few out. But I was going to also ask you, are there any contraindications for anybody to take this supplement?
That's a great question. So there are no known allergens in it if anyone has any allergies. The other thing is that it doesn't have any interactions with any medications or any conditions that we're aware of. So really, it's safe for almost everyone. And I'm not a medical professional, but we do have some more in-depth videos. If you have any questions regarding any of that, where clinicians are telling you things along that line, but there are no contraindications for anyone. And especially since there's no stimulants, right? That really opens it up to everybody. So we're very thrilled with that.
Yeah, I love that also. And I did watch a 10-minute video with the different doctors from different disciplines who have joined the company because they believe in this product and they want to get it in people's bodies. So that was another great recommendation, great endorsement of this company and the supplement, what it's doing. Somebody said about not losing muscle mass. I will tell you, as a 61-year-old woman, I don't want anything that's going to compromise my muscle mass.
Yes, I'm working very hard to try and build that. So if I can lose fat at the same time where I can still maintain and build my muscle, that is absolutely the goal.
So I can see there's a user that's made a comment saying that they were skeptical until they lost 15.5 inches and almost 12 pounds in 21 days. So that's obviously one of the testers that's on. Thank you for sharing that. I can't see your name because it's streaming from different sites here, but it does show me your questions. So is anybody else have any questions? Can you touch on the rise of adiponectin in the study? Okay, so that's a good question. Tell us about the rise of adiponectin, how that is the juxtaposition of leptin, because I know a little bit about it, but please educate me.
Yeah, so adiponectin is one that hasn't been studied. People might not be as familiar with, but we really do want to decrease the leptin, and ideally we would like to have the adiponectin go up. And so we did find those results in the study. They measured the blood levels of those two hormones before and after the 8 weeks, and it performed exactly as we hoped it would. So that's really exciting news because those aren't things that are talked about very much out in the medical community, and so very excellent results on that. And you can Google more about that if you'd like to know more about adiponectin. It's not one that's as well known.
Okay, very interesting. I see from Tony Garcia, I can see her name, and she said today, I'm loving feeling so good and releasing some fat forever in jeans today that I have not been able to squeeze into since 2020. All right, you're getting rid of that pandemic 20. That's awesome.
That's a great point. It's so exciting to see people's actual results. And we do have a testimonial group that we've put together on Facebook. So if someone's curious, the best thing you can do is ask to be added to our testimonial group by whoever invited you to this. And it's so fun to see people's success stories and see how it's really working and how it changes their life to finally release some of the fat that they've been carrying around for a while.
I saw a testimony picture before and after, and I had an emergency C-section with my son 20 years ago, and she had a C-section, and to see her, and she was a little embarrassed to post her photos, but the difference is remarkable. And I think it had been, I don't know, it had not been a long time, and there was a drastic difference between the start picture and the current picture. And I know we're all going to be works in progress. It's going to take us, well, it's going to take me, not you, because you're tiny, but it's going to take me a minute to get to where I want to be. But let's see, there's another question that says, does anyone know what happens if you stop taking and resume your life as you had been? Does weight come back on?
So that's a great question. So It's nice that people are having some testimonials saying that they haven't changed much in their life and the weight still comes off. That's a great place to be. My goal is to hopefully help you develop some healthier habits as you're getting the weight off so that you can maintain that. But from a scientific point of view, if you're on this product and we've lowered your leptin levels, then you're at a place where you have less fat, so you're producing less leptin. So we've kind of broken that cycle. If for any reason you do start gaining weight back over time, then you're welcome to go back on the product. There's no consequences. There's no bad outcomes if you go on, go off, whatever you need. For me, I think I'll do a maintenance dose of just taking half, just to keep, if there's no side effects to taking the product and it's all natural, I don't see any downside to it. So I think my plan will be to go on a maintenance dose of half or go off of it, but there's no problem to start it back up when you do feel like you need some help. So it's up to the person.
Wow. So everybody can make their own choices of what is best for them. There's another one here that says, hi, I am taking Vital Protein Collagen, which there it goes, which has a lot of amino acids in it. Is there such a thing as too much amino acids? Because this product has amino acids in it also.
That's a great question. As women, especially, most of us are not getting enough protein in our diet. So I every day, that's the one thing I track. And my advice to people is not to track calories at first, is just try to get enough protein in your diet. So no, I would say that you're probably cannot overdose on protein. Most of us don't get near enough.
I know I don't. And I've got a friend who's a certified trainer, and I think her goal is like 50 grams of protein a day. She's a little bit older than I am, but she believes that's absolutely essential for her muscle and her bones. So there is another one. Are there any supplements that duplicate this product? I've read that fish oil also increases adiponectin and decreases leptin. Your thoughts?
That may have some impact. I haven't read any of that research. I will never take fish oil in my life because I really am adverse to fish and I don't like the burps. So we've never seen any research studies that have the impact that this product has. So if you want to take a little fish oil, go ahead. But I want the results of 22 pounds in 8 weeks. And I've never seen that with fish oil or any other supplement like that. So that's great, but I'm going to go ahead and do this.
I do take fish oil every day, but I still have weight to lose. So, and I take a large dose of it. So I don't know, but that's not working for me. It may work for somebody else, but it's not working for me. Let's see. So many people watching from so many different places. That's cool. So not being a scientist, are amino acids actually proteins?
Yes, that is the building blocks of protein. So if you break protein down, you have the amino acids. If you put the amino acids together, you have a protein.
Very excellent. All right. So let me see. We got some more questions down here. I think, are there any supplements that duplicate? I know there are a lot of supplements out there, but I don't think the fish oil is going to do it. And that's all the questions I think I've got to date. I'll just tell you, thank you so much for taking your time out of your busy day. And is there something I haven't asked you that you think would be important for people to know?
I don't think it's been very thorough, but I just think that this is the most exciting breakthrough we've seen in a long time for weight loss. To have something that's all natural, has no side effects, doesn't have any stimulants, but it gets these results for people. I think we're going to revolutionize weight loss in America, fat loss in America. How's that?
Fat loss. And I love that, because I know in the past when I have really restricted my diet, I've lost muscle, and I don't want to do that. I want to lose fat. So that's important to me. I appreciate everybody's questions. And I do want to say thank you to you, Tracy. I love your expertise, your knowledge, the fact that you've really dug into the science, but you can explain it where everybody can understand. And it's fun to hear your perspective. And I know that you were so impressed that you added this to your health and wellness business, just like I've added this to my health and wellness business, and I'm adding it to my personal life as well. So I am excited about what the future holds for this company and this supplement. And I want to say, everyone who's watching, we've had a lot of questions answered. If you have questions, please feel free to get with the person who invited you to join us tonight, and they will be able to get an answer for you. And if I'll tell you, if it's me and I don't have an answer, I can get an answer for you, because we have lots of experts that are willing to share their expertise with us, like Tracy Sajady, which I really appreciate you. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And again, if you ask questions on the feeds, we will try to get back to you and answer them if I haven't answered them so far. But I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much, Tracy. I hope the weather clears up there.
Thank you, V. Have a great night.
Have a great night, everyone. Good night.